Whoa. Am I live? I'm not even sure. But I just saw a burst of comments, which means we've got people here. Hello? 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 Let's see what we've got going on here. G'day, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty. Hello. I can now see the chat. I can see we've got El Stacker Adventures in here. We've got Robert Fowler, Bad Riders, Bored Through the Pain. All the boys. It's good to see you all. What's going on? Where are you guys watching from? What time is it? What day is it? Actually, for most of you that are on here, it's like the same day. Not the same time, though. Robert Fowler, Queenslander. For El Stacker, I believe it is Friday night. Just before the Friday night lights. Let's rip into some of these comments just to see where you guys are up to and what's happening. El Stacker says, yo! I love to see that. El Stacker says, Robert, yo! Robert says, like button, cannonballed. I really appreciate that. That's really good. Robert Fowler, I'm never able to join these live. Right now, I'm out, so I can't listen. That's all right, man. You can, I guess, watch it back later. So you guys know this is intended to be like a surgical strike live stream. Just a really quick one. I'm going to go maximum 30 minutes. Then I'm going to drop off, and because I know that El Stacker normally goes live, I wanted to go in around about this time-ish. I don't know when you're planning to go live, man, but I'm going to drop off and then hopefully join your live stream a little bit later. And because my European friends always asking me to do a live stream later, Catman Snow, I'm looking at you if you're watching this back later. I'm going to do one like later, which is going to be Australian time, like maybe around midnight-ish or maybe just after midnight, which I believe is around about in America. That's like early in the morning, depending on where you are. I think for Bored Through the Pain, that will be, I don't know, like not so early, be like, I don't know, 8 or 9 in the morning, and it'll probably be like, I don't know, for El Stacker it'll be like 4 or 5 a.m. But yeah, I'm going to do another live stream then, so people like Catman Snow and maybe Old Man Shredder, a few others, can maybe jump on. So that's what's happening today. Let's look at some of these comments because I just saw one that made me laugh. Rob Fowler says, doesn't Chuck understand Australian time zones? He doesn't, not really. Chuck doesn't understand any time zone. I don't know what you're talking about. But no, hang on. No, I do understand. It's not the same. We're the same time right now because it's not daylight saving here yet. So it's the same time in Queensland where you are. I'm pretty sure. Not 100% sure. Queensland goes rogue sometimes. And just chooses not to do daylight saving. But if I was Queensland and had the amount of sun that you do, I probably would too. Not that Queensland is a person that makes actual decisions, but well, that's debatable. But I don't get into politics. I don't get in. I try not to avoid that subject. El Stacker says, what's Chuck thinking? Good to see you here. Who knows what Chuck's thinking? I don't even know what Chuck's thinking most of the time. Bad Riders says, I just lost him in the chat. Bad Riders says, accidentally fell on the like button. Is it broken? You can't break the like button. You can cannonball it. You can smash it. You can like the smash button. You can do all kinds of things to it. And it keeps coming back for more. But just, you can click it once. Or you can click it 3 times. That's up to you. As long as that thumbs up. This is what we want to see. Born Through the Pain says, yo, dudes, I made it. I'm so stoked, Hans, that you have been able to make the live stream, because Born Through the Pain and I have been like messaging a lot lately. And it's always weird time zones. Like, he's always like messaging me when I'm about to go to bed, and I'm always messaging him like when he's just woken up, or he's about to go to bed, or he's already asleep. Time zones are really weird that way. But it's great to see you here, man, and I'm so hyped on all of the stuff that you have sent me. In fact, I've filmed 2 unboxing videos that I've not edited. One of them was like filmed a year ago, from the stuff that you've sent me. But more on that another time, I think. Actually, no, I'll just say it now. So, Born Through the Pain who's in the chat here, has like a company, or a couple of companies. Born Through the Pain, Booby Wax. He like makes his own snowboard wax, and it looks really good. I hate to say, I actually have not had the opportunity to use it yet, because I've got so much wax that I've been getting through. In fact, I used the last of the wax that Jose Bautista sent me recently, and I waxed my boards and they were all ready to go, and the next thing you know, lockdown. We were about to have a trip, go on a snowboard trip. Literally, I used Jose's wax wax that he gave me anyway, on my boards. I scraped the boards, we were ready to go, and then lockdown happened, and there's no snowboarding. So I'm going to have to re-wax those boards. So maybe I'll use the Born Through the Pain wax. But yeah, if you need snowboard wax, and you like boobies, then look up Booby Wax. It's actually it's like wax in the shape of, well, you can imagine what it's shaped like. And the nipples are actually racing wax. So there's a few different kinds that you can get, and the names are hilarious. So if you haven't heard of it, look at it. Bad Rider says, greetings, Robert. I say greetings to everyone. El Stacker says, yo, Born Through the Pain, let's go. Born Through the Pain. Most of these live feeds show up on my timeline the next day. I think YouTube is broken. No, YouTube's not broken. It does that to everyone. So many notifications I miss all the time. That's because I think it's because I follow and have the bell notifications on for just way too many channels, that YouTube just freaks out and just chooses to not show me some of the notifications. But one of our friends, you've probably seen him in chat boxes in the past, Ngen. Ngen has devised a way that another app, so I don't know if you've got Discord, but there's a way that you can set up Discord where it like regenerates the notifications and gives you a YouTube notification of a video dropping through Discord. I've got no idea how it works. To me, it's some kind of witchcraft that I don't understand, but Ngen is your man. He knows how to deal with that. All right, where am I up to? Elstaka says, hey, Bad Riders. Hey, I love the elongated things. I have so many, like the yo and the ya and the yeah. So many. It makes me laugh. Hey. Go, Born Through the Pain. Let's go. Born Through the Pain. I've already read that. Born Through the Pain says, what's up? That's another elongated greeting. Where's everyone watching from? Says Elstacker Adventures. Well, I am watching from Newcastle, New South Wales, Australia. I'm watching all of your comments just fly down. So I'm going to have to like really nuke this to stay within. If you've only just joined or joined recently, then, and I've got 5 people watching right now, which I'm stoked on. And we've got 5 likes. That's a really good ratio. That's like almost 99%. So where are we at? Yes, so I'm watching from Australia, and I actually know where most of you are watching from, Swanee Bruce says live and in person. You are watching live, but not in person. Swanee Brews, you are about 3 to 5. No, it's not. I'm going to say 10 meters away from where we are live streaming from. Come have a wave. I think I can hear him coming. Is he coming? Yeah, there's Swanee Brews.
Now watching live and in person.
Watching actually live and in person. Swanee's actually like cleaning his room. He's been like vacuuming and Chuck's house. Oh my god, it needs such a spring clean, and spring is coming up here, so we're gonna actually have to get on that very soon. But we all love to see Swanee. He always like dips in. He like jokes at me. He says, "Look, Chuck, in your videos, why am I always just the comic relief?" I don't know. It's just he's an easy target sometimes. And if you've seen my latest video, then you'll know that Swanee doesn't like to wear shirts. So Chuck has to edit his nipples out of the video. I thought that was pretty funny. I know bad writers thought that was funny. If you've seen my latest video, tell me if you thought that was funny, because I was laughing at it when I was editing it. Because that whole like pixelated thing was really, you would not believe how painstaking that was to edit. I had to do it frame by frame. El Stacker Adventures says, Swanee, I love seeing you in the new vid. I was just talking about that. Yeah, so I was going to talk about the new vid before I go, and vids that are coming soon on my channel, which I'm excited about. Here's some potatoes from Idaho. Thank you. I have some potatoes, actually. Oh, I have a question for Mr. Potato Man. Tell me, El Stacker, do you store your potatoes in the veggie compartment, like the crisper in the fridge? Or do you store your potatoes? And I see there's another Idaho person that's just come on. Carlo, you can answer this. Oh, Catman Man's here. Hey, Catman Man. Who else? And Reggie, thanks for... I just saw you comment on my video the other day, and I was just thinking, Reggie, I hope you're well, mate. I haven't heard from you or seen you in a long time. So, hey, Red's Cap, Reggie, good to see you. Good to see all of you, actually. But, yes, the Idaho people, do potatoes go in the fridge, in the veggie crisper, or do they get stored, like, separate, like, ambient, like, separately? I need to know. Reggie says, yo, and he says, Gaafti? Does that mean good afternoon from Cali? It would be afternoon in California, so yeah. And you're back in Cali. I thought you were in, I was wondering whether you were still like in Canada, or whether you're allowed to go to and from at the moment, because I know that's a complicated situation. I guess Kevin was allowed to go to Mount Hood, so I guess you're allowed to go to Canada, maybe. Reggie with the Sharkers. Cannibal the like button again. Reg says, what up, homies? Smash the like button. You. Bad Riders says, Reggie! And, Swanee Brews has said a comment that's been held for review. If only I had a moderator to deal with that. Actually, I think El Stacker's a moderator. You can, like, decide whether Swanee's message is worthy of being seen or not. Adam says Reggie. Red's Cap says Adam. That's like just a screaming match. Everyone's excited. They're screaming each other's names. It's great. Reggie's getting into mountain biking. Ooh, when is Red's dropping a mountain bike vid? How did you know that? Maybe I'm missing something on Instagram or Facebook, but that's awesome. I have a mountain bike. A good mountain bike. It's not a really good one, but it's like good for me. It's I spent like ridiculous too much amount of money on it for it to just sit in the shed and collect dust. In fact, it's never been used, and it probably needs a service. One of the valves on one of the tires doesn't work properly. I can't pump it up correctly. and it's got like tubeless tires, which is new to me. But I've got so many good trails that I can ride around here. So I need to get that mountain bike thing. Maybe that's going to be something I do in the summer. Actually, there's going to be an activity that I do in the summer that you'll all find out about. But I'll get back to that later because I was going to announce that this week, but I can't, and that's other reasons. El Stacker says, all homie in the chat. The vibes are heavy. They really are. I'm feeling that. I really am. Red's Cap says, hey bro, Adam, I'll do riding just in the community, not on trails yet. And that's, you got to start somewhere, man. That's, I used to ride mountain bikes in the bush. Like that's how I grew up. And for the Americans in the chat, when I say bush, I mean the woods. So I've been through that with Born Through the Pain. I know bush can mean another thing, both here and there. Shout out to a brand that I'm not going to show. Iced coffee, by the way. Cold brew is what I'm drinking right now. Ooh, El Stacker says it's starting to get cold over there. But Reggie, don't worry, mate. Just get out on the streets and get used to the gears and going downhill and how like the brakes work. Get up onto the footpath. See if you can go up onto the curb. Do some curb like nudges, a couple of wheelies. Wheelies are hard. I can't even do them. But yeah, and then just slowly increase the difficulty of the terrain. Go out onto just mellow trails that you can get used to, like going over like sticks and branches and stuff like that, rocks on the ground, and then just level up from here. But there's some serious mountain bike trails around where I live, so I need to get better at that. But I broke like 3 or 4 mountain bikes when I was a kid. I was a rat bag. I was always in the bush, and I've always been pretty rough on the equipment. Swanee's cleaning, we already know that. Red says congratulations, and sorry late greetings from the new dad. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, Adam's partner is pregnant, which means that he is going to be a dad soon, I guess, a few months away. Because she's been pregnant for a little while now. So that's really exciting. And I hope also doesn't put too much of a damper on our snowboarding plans for next year. But I'm sure that knowing Adam, he'll be able to dial that in. He'll make that work. So envious, Red says, up there in Idaho, here in Cali, it's still hot. Yeah, you guys have had a hot summer. Everyone that I speak to keeps saying it's hot. Canadian Adam, the other day, Adam Searles was saying that it was like, he had a day when it was 40 degrees Celsius. That's insane. 40 is hot even for here. Like we have, in Australia, it gets really hot, but that's mental. All right, so, let's see. Bad Rider is talking about my last video. Thank you for the compliment. Yeah, so that video happened the night before our last snowboarding trip. So it was, when was it? It was late July, I think. I don't know. I've got no concept of time, but I want to say it was probably about a month ago, and we went to Perisher, myself, Swanee and Phil, and well, the boys that were in the video, if you've seen it. And the night before we left, actually a couple of weeks before we left, I saw this really funny, like it's one of those ads that pop up on Instagram that say, hey, you should buy this. And I clicked on it because it was a hoodie that was based on a really funny video that may not be popular in other countries, but it's within the video in any case. So I've taken snippets from basically this guy the police suspected of fraud and a heap of other crimes back in the 70s was in this Chinese restaurant in Queensland, and the police like arrested this guy, and his reaction to being arrested was so hilarious. He was talking about a succulent Chinese meal and judo and all of this funny stuff. And my friend Phil only just recently discovered that video and thought it was hilarious. And this hoodie had basically all of this guy being arrested and the police putting him into the car, and it had all of the lines, the sayings from the video, and I had to get the hoodie. So I got Swanee a funny hoodie too. He loves like ramen and Japanese food. So he had this soba noodle shirt, and there was this a bottle of sake and a bowl of noodles that both had faces on them, and the sake said "sake?" question mark to the noodles, and the noodles were like, nah, I'm sober. Because sober is a kind of noodles, and also not being drunk. It's a really quippy, funny shirt. So I gave the boys these hoodies, and well, you can watch the video. It's on the video, all of that just happened. So that's what it was about. But all of that took place the night before. The night before we went to Perisher. And so the next video I'm going to put out is from us packing, and that's I'm gonna do like basically a vlog style for each of those trips, so, or each leg of that trip. So I'm really excited, and editing takes so long for me, so now that I'm in lockdown and I can't really do anything else, I've got time to work on videos instead of working. And I just saw some heavy hitters, I think, come into this chat. Is that right? David Jones. Dude, thank you for coming in and saying hi. That's awesome that you're here. You're an absolute legend. And interestingly enough, there is some props in the background of the set right now that are very you related. In fact, I'd like to say thank you, because I literally just received one of your fingerboards like yesterday or the day before. I haven't put it together yet, but I'm so stoked on it, and I suck at fingerboarding, and I want to do something about that, which is awesome. And also there's another thing in the background here, which I purchased from my local Bunnings, and I'm going to send to actually someone who's in this chat. So that will be something that happens at another time. So David Jones, thank you. Your videos are hilarious, and I can't wait to see what comes next. Alright, I'm so far behind in all of these comments, so I'm just going to rip through a whole bunch of them. Alright, let's go. Captain Snow. Hi Guy, how you going? We're doing really well. All of us are doing well. Reggie says, I'm here. SoCal Max. And you? I don't know what that means. Adventurer Carlo. Hello, Carlo. It's nice to have you here, by the way. I watched a couple of your videos the other day and made some comments. I see that you went up to Bogus Basin. I'm so jealous. That place looks like it's awesome in the summer. El Stacker, why are you not going to Bogus Basin in the summer? There's mountain biking going up there. I know you've gone on the roller coaster thing that's up there before, but man, why don't you get up there? It looks epic. If I had my mountain board, I'd be up there. I'd so be up there. Born Through the Pain says that he lagged out. Well, I hope you were... Oh, no, you have come back, so welcome back. Reggie's been busy. Daily life. That I can understand. Like, before lockdown, I work I run a business and then have a casual job on the side, so that's why my videos like come out so slowly, because I'm always grinding, because I want to save money, because when the world opens again, I want to go to Japan. I want to go to North America. There's so many places that I want to go and snowboard. So you need money to do that. So working and grinding is key. It's part of life. That's what you got to do. Bought Through the Pain says, we store them in a cupboard. Potatoes aren't meant to be chilled. All right, that's Bad Riders' view. Bought Through the Pain keeps them in a sack in the garage. Yeah, I've heard the calico sack is the way to store the potatoes, but I'm yet to see someone from Idaho, and I know there's 2 people in the potato state in the chat right now. Where are the potatoes stored? We need to know. Catman Snow is saying potato madness and putting potatoes in the chat, so we can get some potatoes in the chat if we like. Red said that he went back at the end of May. I'm thinking he's talking about The Office, but and the company asked him to return to The Office, I see. Instagram Chuck says, Bad Riders, Reggie got a sweet derailleur? Yeah, that's a mountain bike part, I see. Red's cap bought the mountain bike part on Instagram. The Blue Mountain Trail map. Oh yeah, you can see that in the background. And actually, I've got a whole bunch of trail maps here. I've got the trail map for Steamboat. I've got Round Top Resort. I've got whatever this one is, Snowshoe. This is all the stuff that you sent me. Bored Through the Pain. You're an absolute legend. He sent me so many trail maps, and I need to send you some back. But the problem is, I tried to get some when I was down in Jindabyne last, and for the last 2 years, Threadbow and Perisher have not been printing trail maps, which I thought was ridiculous. They have the trail maps like on their websites and stuff. So the closest thing that I have that's not already on my wall is like I've got the Threadbow Mountain Bike Park trail map. So I could probably send you that. But leave it with me. I'm going to see if I can like get some trail maps and send them to you, because I know I'm really stoked on what you sent me. Adam back, something is back ordered. Ooh. How long? Backbush boarding. For the win. Yeah, I agree. Bored Through the Pain. Red said he got an email yesterday that the bike is ready. Oh, he hasn't even got the bike yet. You're going to love it when you start riding around. Mountain biking is super fun. Bad Riders, do you even dare to show it, Chuck? What were you talking about? Show what? What did I show? Oh, my iced coffee is what he's talking about. And how dare you write the name of that company, which I'm not endorsing on this video. Digging the Bunnings hat in the background, says David Jones. Yeah, I'm stoked on the Bunnings hat. So that's going to be a gift for someone. It hasn't actually been on my head yet. Where are you, El Stacker? Why are you not managing these comments? You're my mod for a reason. That comment from Bad Riders needs to be shown. He says, oh shit, it's David Jones. Welcome our special friend, very special. Andreas Schubert is my favorite human, says David Jones. Honestly, I having met him, I absolutely agree. The people have been liking my likeness to him lately. A few weeks ago, I only just like trimmed my beard. It was down here, and people were saying that I looked like Andreas. But I'll let other people be the judge of that. But what about El Stacker Adventures we heard became your buddy on that trip. Bad Riders, that is absolutely true. I can confirm those two became buddies. David Jones and El Stacker Adventures. Did you guys know that it was actually David Jones that came up with El Stacker's catchphrase? It's game time. Let's go. El Stacker says lol lol. Red's Cat asked David Jones how everything's going. And he says that they're in lockdown. Yeah, I know that you guys are in lockdown. If David Jones, if you're still in the chat, I know where you're near Auckland, I think. I don't know if all of New Zealand is in lockdown, but I know where he is, and where I am is in lockdown. I think where Adam is might be in lockdown too, if not close. It's like Melbourne is in lockdown, I know. Like almost everywhere in Australia is in lockdown except for Queensland and Western Australia. Bad Rider says, did you get to snowboard Cadrona? He's talking to David Jones. In fact, I've been wondering that too. Actually, I think he answers it. Was meant to be there now, but they went into lockdown. That's what I thought. When Fingerboard Week was dropping, I was like, what is happening? How come David's not doing videos from Cadrona? And then it all made sense that he can't go there because where David rides is on the South Island of New Zealand. He lives like almost on the opposite end, like on like far north. So El Stacker says he's having dinner. That's why he wasn't managing the comments. You're slacking, man. You're El Slacker. All right. Bad Eyes said that sucks. It does because we've all had our trips to the snow here in the Southern Hemisphere affected by the COVID situation. So I feel your pain as much as anyone, and it's looking like we're not going to have a season. I'm fortunate enough. I got 9 days on snow this year so far, but it looks like it's not going to be very likely that I'm heading back. Bored Through the Pain says, what do we got here? True Chuck Red says, True Chuck save now. When the best time for winter you go with the DW. Yeah, he's talking about going to Japan with the crew. I really want to do that. Bored Through the Pain says, oh yeah, buddy, all the maps. He gets loads of them, he says. And he uses them as gift wrapping paper. Yeah, I need to, like I said, I'm trying to see if I can locate some trail maps for you so I can send you some. Yeah, I think you need. Bad Riders says that he thinks that I need another moderator. Is that you volunteering to be a moderator? I'm not going to be. Actually, Bored Through the Pain. I just was about to say I'm not going to be giving moderators away like El Stacker does, but given all of the amount of the things that you have sent me. Hans Hans Bored Through the Pain. I believe you have earned your moderatorship. Bad Rider says that he's still in lockdown. Robert Fowler is not in lockdown. Adventurer Carlo, hashtag Mod Squad. Delta Downers, yeah. David Jones says he's got to go. If you're still here, man, peace. Thank you for dropping in. You are an absolute legend, and I can't wait to hang out with you again. Hopefully that happens at some point. Everyone's saying goodbye to David Jones. Chuck's stream is legit. Says Bad Riders. Catman says, I'd love to go to the Japao. We all would. El Stacker says, let's go. And Catman says he's not in lockdown. I'd like to thank everyone for coming. Swanee says he lives with me and he's not a moderator. Japan, 20, is that the year 20,205? Because that might be the only, that it might be that long before we are allowed to all go to Japan. No, he corrects it and says 2025. I'd like to think 2023 might be possible. That's kind of what I'm aiming for personally, but it obviously depends on the world. Bad Writer says the struggles of Swanee Brews. Born through the pain. Oh God, I hope COVID is gone by then. I hope so too. I mean, there's a lot of countries that are. I mean, I think the way things are going here in Australia, like we're vaccinating really. Like we were really slow to start the vaccination thing, and it's really nuking now. So, like I know my state is probably going to open up again before the end of the year, maybe the way the government's talking and the way the vaccination's going. But I'm not about to make any claims of any kind, except to say that going to Japan this January coming is probably not going to happen. Because the situation in Japan is not as good as it is in other countries. And I know that the Australian government is really, how do I put it? Really cautious in the way that they're going to be opening up to the world. So we'll have, and they've got to work through a lot of stuff before they're going to let their citizens, people like me, travel abroad. So we'll have to see how that all develops. Robert Fowler, he wants to know, he's been late because he has been out. So I might just do a quick summary because I said I was going to run this one for about 30 minutes. We're now going on nearly 40 minutes, so 36 minutes. We've had 8 people in the chat, and we've got 7 likes. So I'd like to thank you all for coming to this live stream. So Robert Fowler first. I have not made any updates. You actually are the only person, aside from Swanee, that knows what my surprise is that I was talking about last week. I made a purchase, which I'm very excited about and very stoked about, but there was an issue with the delivery of said item. That means that I won't get it until, this thing will not arrive until kind of this next week. So probably in the next, at least by next weekend, when I do another live stream, then I'll be able to have an announcement by then on how I'm going to make my summer as stoked as possible. What have we got here? Yeah. Brought Through the Pains talking about their caseload. That's insane. 3,000 a day. My state has just got to 1,000 a day. So I can see how that would be. Yeah, Bad Riders is saying more about the COVID situation and that where I am, it's a mess. He's right. So in any case, I'm going to leave it here because today I wanted to do... So, Robert Fowler, no announcements yet. You missed David Jones coming into the chat. Oh my God, that was awesome. You missed that I announced that... what I can announce is that I actually bought one of David Jones's pork fingerboards. And I can show you I haven't assembled it yet, but the deck that I got was the... Have you seen him? Australian David Jones's Australian character of himself, Bruce. I got that on the deck. It came with some rubber grip tape, and separately I had to buy hardware and stuff. So I've got the tiny little trucks, and you should see this. This is so cute, actually. We've got the tiny little wheels, and the littlest bearings that you've ever seen. So Chuck's gonna be fingerboarding. Hey Chuck, I just got notified my new vid dropped. Yeah, I actually saw that notification. It came through about 5 minutes ago. So what's going to happen now? I'm going to call this live stream here, and because I know that probably El Stacker will be going live soon. He's just dropped a comment. This was a heavy live stream. We've just gone 40 minutes. I'd like to thank everyone for coming. I am going to do another live stream, like I said at the beginning, later on. Australian time, it's going to be around about midnight, I reckon. If not slightly later than midnight, I'll schedule it. And American time, it's going to be pretty early in the morning, and it's going to be, I think, the middle of the day in Europe. So hopefully I see some of you then. Thank you for coming. Bored Through the Pain, congratulations, my newest moderator. El Slacker, my most inactive moderator. He was eating dinner though. So did Swanee's comment actually get released? Actually, I'm going back up. No, it hasn't. I'm going to show it now, and it says Swanee Brews, he cannot edit my nipples out from a live stream. That's actually pretty funny. Anyway, so thank you, Adventure Carlo, Rob Fowler, Bored Through the Pain, Bad Riders, Catman Man Snow. Who else have I missed? Red's Cat for joining us. Bad Riders. I'm just repeating people's names at this point. David Jones. Thank you, everyone, and I'll see us all. Well, maybe later in the later tonight, evening, or tomorrow, depending on what time zone you're in. Swanee Brews for the win. Peace out. Catch us later.